Make the price for the bride and the gift Make the price for the bride and the gift I am to bring as great as you like, and I'll pay whatever you ask me. Only give me the young woman as my wife. Because their sister Dinah had been defiled, Jacob's son replied deceitfully, as they spoke to Shechem and his father Hamor. They said to them, we can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. So the key word there is deceitfully. So they are deceiving them. You should have that back in your mind. So verse 14, they said to them, we can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. That will be a disgrace to us. We will enter into an agreement with you on one condition only, that you become like us by circumcising all your males. Then we will give you our daughters and take your daughters for ourselves. We'll settle among you and become one people with you. So since the time Dinah was defiled, I think both Shechem, Jacob, and even the brothers of Dinah, I think they are so selfish that no one is speaking about what Dinah has been done for. No one is speaking about how Dinah feels, how she has been defiled. Everyone is selfish and is interested to benefit on their own way. Shechem is telling Jacob that whatever he shall mention, whatever, I think, bride price, that he shall bring. And the brothers of Dinah are telling Shechem and his father Hamor that if you people get circumcised and your people also get circumcised, then we shall enter into an agreement, of which that was the sons of Jacob were telling him deceitfully. So I thought to myself, no one really had Dinah in mind. Once your sister, daughter, anyone, any girl related to you, or even your neighbor is defiled, I think the first thing that should come into mind is caring about her. Ujue vile ako, because it's not easy to be raped or defiled. So I found them so selfish. Yes, so let me give you a little recap or short notes. So verse 1, we saw Jacob came to obedience, but not, that is, since last week, we saw Jacob came to obedience, but not 100%. You remember that God spoke to him and told him to go back to his father's land, but he went near, hakuenda exactly where he was told to go. So he was not 100% obedient. He let his daughter out into unknown territory. We read last week that he settled where? Where did he go to build a tent and an altar? In Sukkoth. Yes, it is still near where his father lived in Canaan, but it ni kama tu in the vicinity. Sio penye alikuwa anafaa kuenda. So he was not 100% obedient, and now he has let his daughter out into unknown territory. Verse 2 to 4, Dinah was raped by Shechem, son of the ruler of the area, who is known as Hamor, the Hivite. So I've told you Shechem was uncivilized. I don't think you can defile a girl and claim that you love her. That is out of lust. So ni lust to hakukuwa anapenda Dinah. It is the first time you're meeting someone, you defile them and claim that you love them. So I don't think there was love there. He was just being uncivilized. So, and we also see him commanding, get me this girl as my wife. I think when love is mutual, you have to love. If I love you, you also have to love me back, right? Yeah, love is not one way. So he can't forcefully get Dinah to be his wife if Dinah doesn't love him. So verse 5, Jacob heard the news but waited until his sons came in from the fields to react. And I questioned that. As a father, I don't think once you've had your daughter has been defiled, I don't think you will sit back and relax at ungoje your sons wako kwa wanachunga at you wait for them to come back so that you can react. So I don't know why Jacob had to wait. Verse 6 through 7, Hamor went to talk to Jacob about Dinah marrying Shechem. Dinah's brothers found out about what happened to her. So when the brothers of Dinah came back from the fields, they found out what had happened to their sister Dinah. And you remember, Dinah is the only daughter to Jacob. So I think Jacob should have at least reacted in one way or the other. Hata kama si kuchukua things to his own hands, he should have reacted instead of waiting. Verse 8 through 12, Hamor wanted their families to marry, plus opened his land to Jacob. So we've seen him making this, ni kama ana try to cover up what happened by telling Jacob that his families should marry and his land is open to Jacob. Shechem offered to pay whatever they wanted for him to marry Dinah. And I told you that's being selfish. You have defiled this girl and you're willing to pay anything to get her to marry you.